Save and continue. Let's go. All right. Egalitarian Garden Biome Shopping Center Luxury Mart of the Future Dead of Prayers. Yeah, I got that. We have 31 allowance now, which is wild considering how a couple days ago we had 2 allowance. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that that 1 coin is always just to throw in here until further notice. Until we can get our allowance raised to an even number, that 1 coin always goes in the fountain. All right. Again, we are hoping for a tomb. There is no tomb. So I can toolshed, root cellar, trading post. You know what I might want to do is not draft this first next time. Go in, try to get our hands on some dice, and then draft this. You been trying to day 1 reach room 46? Yeah. But I could do trading post. No, I'll just do toolshed. Toolshed is just the best. Yeah, there's my shovel. Toolshed is just the best start. Like, if you don't have any items already, toolshed is easily just the best start. You start with something that's going to help you out. If I've already got like the blessing of the gardener or whatever, like I might take the garden-y one. Okay, let's draft. Hallway, parlor, library. Let's do the library because I checked out a new book. So we have lore, and there's a key here. Thank you. A new clue. Sundial Publishing. Sundial Publishing. Excuse me? Sundial? There's a sundial in the thingamajigger. I'm gonna just find myself a Sundial Publishing, 1988. The fact that there is like potentially a clue right on the copyright page makes me happy. I need a magnifying glass for this book. All he needed was to find a new clue. If he found a new clue, he knew what to do. If he knew what to do, he'd likely tell you, for you are looking for a new clue too. You're correct. Oh my god. I need a magnifying glass. He retraced his sketches and studied the files, reviewed all his cases, and gone through the piles of the evidence present and precedents evident, and retraced his steps as it stretched on for miles. Dead cases, corner cases. Corner cases are like corner rooms. Oh my god. He had looked high and low in all of the rooms. There are numbers on this page. I'm going to write them down here. He had looked high and low in all of the rooms. He had searched every corner in each of the tombs. In this particular case, he had checked every space. If he found a new clue, he knew what to do. Okay, hang on. That goes up to... What's the highest number I see? There's a 12. I need a magnifying glass to really do this. But it looks like I might go to 15. So we clearly have 8 is low. 12 is in. All is 1. Rooms is 5. And I can't tell what that one is. Rooms is 10 or 15 or something. Corner is 5. Wait, hang on. Maybe that's a 3. I need a thing. I think corner is 3. Tombs is 15. The is 15. Case is 4 and 9. Had is 6. Checked. 11 is found. Found. 7 is A. 10 is clue. Okay. Keep left thing there. All is one, Phyrexia? Yeah, exactly. 13 and 14, I don't know. Rooms is 14. I think. That looks like a 14 rooms. Maybe that thing I'm assuming is a 15 is... Maybe that thing I think is a 15 is actually a 13. Because it says, essentially, all checked corner case rooms, rooms, had a low case clue. So, patio, nook, office, pantry. That makes perfect sense. Hang on, yeah. Patio, but not parlor. And not library. So, patio, nook. Nook has the word beside lowercase. I remember this because I have commented on it so many times. Office, I don't know. Pantry has bridge, lowercase. I can zoom in on those pages to the right there as well. I'm almost certain I can go there. Okay, to Tanner Fork. Those are fruits. He had looked and looked under beds and in nooks. He questioned the maids. He questioned the cooks. It was already over when he spoke to the chauffeur, who told him new clues were found only in books. Draft the sixes. Okay. So tome after tome that the library loaned, and the books that he had that he already owned, were searched from their covers all the way through. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Tender Cipher, Lunar Renamed, Uncle Aw, Draft the Sixes. I'm gonna write down these books. This is a new clue. This whole page is just called a new clue. Books. This is Tender Cipher, which is red book. Lunar Renamed, which is green. Uncle Aw, which is purple. And Draft the Sixes, which is blue. Draft the Sixes, huh? What could that possibly mean? Mary, Mary. Gates, Gates. Right, right. Lore, word, jor equals name. Oh my god, he changed all the letters in the lines that he found. He checked all the colors of the spines that were bound. He doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting and found that the diction of each word was sound. Shifted extras, the fixed, dead end, Mary, Mary. Lore equals words, Jor equals name. Right. I need to just take a picture of this. Record. I want to zoom in on that too. He stayed up all night and studied the maps. He laid out the floor plans and measured the gaps. And if his directory was considered a trajectory, it was nothing short of a full mental lapse. Directory is a trajectory. Huh. A Man Obsessed and Cuckoo 2. Those are the same 4 books that we had in the previous picture. They would say as he would wander through, the best medicine is not yet evidence. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. I need to zoom in on this. And having read this book so many times, having scoured over each of its cryptic lines, have you exhausted your search? Have you seen all the signs? Seen all the signs. Dead end, major key, XYZ, ABC. Something I can't read there. Major. And that said Jor equals name. Oh my goodness. I need to zoom in on that stuff. The suspect is minor. The suspect is minor. The suspect is a key. Or is there perhaps something new, something overlooked but now in view? Have you finally found it? Could it really be true? Is if it's a new clue, you know what to do. I need to zoom in on some of this. I kind of want to take a picture of this entire book. But I need a magnifying glass. I need a magnifying glass more than I need anything else in my life right now. Okay, let's go. Let's find myself a commissary or something. Ooh, archive seems really painful right now. Go gallery because it'll give me some gems. And the 8 key. Okay. We'll go. Parlor, workshop, study. Study might have... Sometimes has good items. Yeah, it has a key card. That's good. Hi, Symphonic. How are you? Thank you for the hydrate. I want to light this candle, but I don't have my burn thing anymore. There's a chess piece in here. There's a king right there. There was a chess piece in one of those thingies. Any new revelations in the game? We just read a book that is absolutely wild with clues. I might have to get this book over and over and over again to figure it out. But it is wild with clues. I didn't try either of those dates that I just got. Was it an expensive book to buy? It was. I'm gonna plug in some of these dates into this safe. I forgot to do that. The study is number 6, so I just have this page to do. So we're just gonna try to brute force this a little bit here by plugging in any date I can find. 0822. Doubt that was going to be it, but I'll do both. 1985. Nope. Yeah, it was the book called A New Clue. It's I can't even read it, and it's already fucking my brain up. Because it's making me think, like, what if there's a lot more that I'm missing? Which I know there is. November 11th is 1111. 1986 we already tried. 1117. Oh yeah, there's also a oh no, hang on. A safe in the drafting studio as well. Yeah, there's several safes in the game. And my current strategy is to just plug in every date I find into every safe. I'm sure once I get some of the answers, this will be obvious that this was not the correct way to go. But you know what? Or that, like, I'll find the actual clues. But I don't want to overlook a potential date and, like, write it off because I'm not paying attention to it. Because I'm really good at not paying attention. Okay, so we tried all of these on safe number 6. The other thing that we did that was big before you got here today was we did fully drain the reservoir, and we got the key out of it. We got the sanctum key out of the reservoir. We have a key card, so I'm going to set security to high. Return to security menu, log into network. We're going to also go to the laboratory menu and set up an experiment. Because right now, anything that raises my allowance, good. Anything that gets me a letter delivered, good. Those are my goals right now. All right, remote terminal access, view active terminals, laboratory, yes. And anything I can find with a magnifying glass, I am running back to the library to read that book. Experiment setup. Continue with experiment. Permanently add 1 gold to my allowance. Ooh, I have a security key card. Let's do that. The gems one is also pretty good, but I'm actually kind of low on gems right now. Whereas security key card, I just set security doors to high. So I feel like that could be really good. All right, I also want to draft corner rooms. So we just wrote about, I need patio and office. Patio, nook, and office are my 2 corner rooms, or sorry, patio, nook, office, pantry. I already have nook and pantry written down. We're going to do, as much as I want the conservatory, it uses my last gem. I want the breakfast nook for the steps and the key, I think. So in that book, we saw there's a lowercase, all checked corner case rooms had a lowercase clue found in the rooms. Nook had beside. And the parlor or the pantry had bridge, which I had already seen those. Morning room, spare room, or commissary. I have a shovel, don't I? We want the commissary, though. We want the commissary in case it has a magnifying glass. It does. And a sledgehammer. And a sleeping mask. And running shoes. Buy everything. Excellent. We'll keep drafting, but I'm going back to the library, like, right now. Hallway, parlor. Parlor goes up, which is good. Hallway gives me a locked trunk, but that forces me to have to go through the entrance hall. Although, if I only get this clue information out of here, we're good. But I'm going to do parlor here to get some gems. Morning room, but never an evening or night room. I know. The gems are not in the black box. This statement is true as true as the statement on the black box. The gems are in the white box. So the gems cannot. Yeah. Okay. This one's true. The gems are in the blue box, I think, because if the gems are in, these two are basically both true or both false. Or no, actually, hang on. If the black box is true, the gems are in the white box, then this is false. And then this is just true, which does sort of work. Oh, but that would make this true as well. That would make all three of these true, which means this can't be true. Because then this would have to be true. They'd all be true. If this is false, then the gems are not in here. That would be a contradiction, wouldn't it? Because if this is false... Oh, geez. Hang on. Because if this is true and this is true, then they're both true. But then this would also have to be true then. But then the gems would be in here, which would make this also true, and that would make all three of them true. Unless this is just false. Let's put it in here. Yeah. Okay, so this one was just false, and it was just meant to confound me. This is false. Or sorry, these are both true, and this is false. Okay. Let's go back to the library so I can examine this book with a magnifying glass. A new clue. Okay. Okay, these don't say anything. That doesn't say anything. Good. This does. So we know patio, nook, office, pantry. This says dead cases. Those are dead rooms. That has nothing on it. This says depart. Huh. Why does that say depart? And then what does this say? Suspect list. Rose Bali, age 50. Richard Scott, age 12. Frond Mayford, age 32. Sandra Dillon, age 14. Bo Lee, age 16. Charles Riskel, age 12. Christoph Clark, age 25. Taking a picture of that. Okay. We know, yeah, so this is an example of those fancy candles. This is just that statue. Keep left. Nothing is written on those pages. Nothing is visible in the windows. There are two of these candles here. I don't know that yeah, that doesn't say much to me. To Tanner Fork. These are not set. Oh, no, these are set to 1:30, huh? No, that's not 1:30. No, that's like 5 o'clock. Lunar Renamed has a moon on it. Draft the Sixes has a die on it. But beyond that, I don't know anything here. Okay. Yeah, this has the numbers next to it. 14, which I already found all these. 3, yeah, that's a 13. So it doesn't go to 15, it goes to 14. So it does say all checked corner case rooms had a low case clue found in the rooms. We got that. That's not records. Anything on here? No. Is this saying I can smash jars? Is that what that's saying? I think that's what that's saying. Okay. Assume page count starts on title pages. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Library books from their counts all the way through. Okay, hang on. There are signs in here. Route, depart, keep left to Tanner Fork, right, dead end, record, each, stop. On the way. Okay, there's a few things in here. There's a few things here. Gonna run out to Gamecast really quick. Okay. So we have signs. Route 8. Depart. Keep left. Keep left. To Tanner Fork. Right. Dead end. Record. Each. Stop. On the way. Okay. Suspect is major. The suspect is a key. Suspect is minor. The suspect is major. The suspect is minor. Spelled differently. Okay. Assume page counts. Dead end. Major key. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Seen all the signs? Question mark. Yes. Something Aries Metro. This is a Metro plan. King. Lamp stop. Record all the stops. Okay. Red, green, violet, blue. Page A, word X. Okay. So, red book. Page A, word X. Green book. Page C, word A, violet book. Page B, word Y, blue book. Page Z, word X. Assume the page count starts on the title pages, right? Title page. Library count X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So does this mean X, Y, Z, A, B, C? As a hunch, does this mean page 4, word 1, page 6, word 4, page 5, word 2, and page 3, word 1? Potentially. Might mean something different, but... And these are books that I can check out in the library. Dead end, major key. This is the part I'm the most confused about, is this. He changed all the letters in the lines that he found. He checked all the colors of the spines that were bound, doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting, and found that the diction of each word was sound. I'm going to write this down too. This could all just be background to how we get to the answer, but I'm going to write some of this down too. Draft the sixes. X, X. That's a picture of Mary, of our mother, Mary P. Jones, that little drawing that's erased there. Gates are present, Gaits are present in the drawing room. Right. I'm going to write this down. Lore equals word. Jor equals name. Okay. I'm going to put this down for a minute before my brain melts. Let's keep drafting the entrance hall. Now I really want to find patio and office. Chapel, bedroom, or nursery. Let's do the nursery. For one reason, and that is that the red book one, two, three, four could be this book. I don't know. It could be he, it could be the, potentially. If those are two separate pages. I don't know. That could be the red book. right, let's go up. We just need doors right now. We already have a experimental feature. Let's go corridor and then try to get something with good doors off of this. Hallway will do okay here. Takes us both directions, has a locked trunk. I think we have a sledgehammer now. We do. Dice and coins, not bad. Dice are very good. Let's draft the side. Gymnasium, dark room, or servants' quarters. I don't like the dark room here. Do gymnasium. Gives me 2 doors. Car keys. Den, utility closet. Nice opportunity to put the utility closet in a dead end. In a proper dead end. No, we want keycard system on. We have a key card, so I'm okay with that. We will do that. And we'll just power off the gymnasium so we don't lose any more steps. Still don't know what the VAC system indicators go to. Go this way. Guest bedroom, dormitory, ballroom. Don't like that at all. Redraw. Watering can, bedroom. Den gets me a couple directions. Passageway gets me lots of directions. And I know it's a lot of gems, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Try to draft a dead end here. Observatory is okay. We might get a lot of stuff for this, so yeah, this is good. Diamonds, apples, steps, and that. So that'll give us a lot of gems over the course of today. So that's pretty good. All right, let's keep going west. Bedroom, vestibule, furnace. We'll do vestibule. I want to get to the west wall if I can. That's locked. Oh, I have a lockpick kit. Let me try it. Okay. Go this way first. Storeroom, spare green room, or secret passage. We'll do spare green room because it leads to the foundation. And I do have a shovel, in case there's a thing here. And that gives me a gem. Okay, let's go back and see if this unlocks. It did. Because of course it did. We'll put a dining room here. We'll get some of our steps from this. And then we'll go down and try to get some dead ends and stuff. Let's see, morning room. That is not one of my 4. I need patio or office. So we'll do chapel. It goes through. If I ever need like a bajillion coins, I can always break that thing. It's not essential for me to like get all the rooms. I've already gotten my 45 room mansion. So billiard room gets me a key, potentially a good key, a special key. Office will let me spread gold. We'll do the billiard room. Go for keys right now. I'm more concerned about keys than anything else. Running out of keys sucks. All right, so I believe this is -12 plus 20 is 8 times 2 is 16. Yeah. 1 squared is still just 1 times 18 is 18 divided by 2 is divided by 9 is 2. 3 squared is 9. -3 squared is 9. Yeah. Secret garden key. Useful. Okay, we got a lot of doors up. That's good. Yes, yes. Keeper of the titties. Nice. West Wing Hall, coat check, or drawing room. We'll just go West Wing Hall. Should chomp our lunch there. I want to find the rest of that article somewhere. I don't know that we can, but I want to. Pantry we've already seen. Kitchen has food for sale. Music room has major and minor keys. So we'll do the music room. Prism key? Okay. Denoted in verse. I don't know what that could be referring to. Alright, vestibule. Let's go up through the passageway. Bedroom, laboratory, or weight room. Half our steps. This does get us a... Yeah, we'll do it. It gets us a entrance to the antechamber. Okay. So, security key door should get us an extra allowance. Guess we're in rumpus room. I like the idea of a rumpus room here. Your allowance has been raised. That's awesome. We're gonna get some allowance upgrades today. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Hi, Haggis. I am very much enjoying myself. We just read a new clue, and that is getting me thinking about a lot of things. I think that book probably has some easy clues, some hard clues. So I wrote an entire page of notes just on a new clue. So we'll kind of see. Let's see what the Great Alzara has to say today.
As it was foretold, I am awakened for one last time.
For one last time.
A dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with
Okay.
the great Alzara.
That implies something to me.
And
I'll tell you in a minute.
you wish me to impart to you one final vision.
Train station. We knew the subways were going to be something about this. Another 8 sanctum type of thing. Another boat dock.
In the dim, I see cavern walls of stone. A hollow lit by a sea of 1,000 burning stars. I see a treasure buried.
We have 3 of 4 of those flames lit.
A black mirror hidden among the memories of the falling sand.
Sigil of
Within the black mirror, I see a
Orinda Ares.
A figure standing in sullen snow.
I want to be able to
Of what I have told you, my young
rewatch all of these at some point.
I wish you to now know. Until we meet again some distant day,
Hmm.
I will have nothing more to say.
Interesting. So, a couple of bits of insight gleaned from that. One, the fact that he says that's his final message implies to me that I had two theories about him to begin with. The first theory was he's just presenting general information about the progression of the game and things we'll eventually find, and I think that's what it is. The second theory was that he's giving hints for that specific day. So, like, if you draft him on that specific day, he'll give you hints that tell you something about that day. But since he said that's his last vision, that makes me think that's not the case. He's foreshadowing things in the game that may be hints, maybe not, but he's just foreshadowing. So that makes perfect sense. The Black Mirror is in the shape of the sigil, the core for Orinda Ares, which we knew was the original capital, the original kingdom from some of the history we read. That is the original kingdom, and I've long suspected that the underlying story in this game is that we descend from the original kings listed in some of those books of Orinda Ares, and we're now sitting in the manor, and maybe some of this area of Reddington exists on the old castle grounds of the kingdom, because it said that the original capital was in Reddington, but then the capital essentially moved to the city of Oris, and then but now we're in the realm of Fen Ares as they took over part of it. So Orinda Ares is what was the original capital, and we are the descendants of the original royal line. And our mother knew this, and that's why she participated in stealing the crown jewels of Fen Ares. And either we will eventually find multiple crowns, or the crown that we find in room 46 is the crown, and they just reset it with sapphires instead of rubies, because we are not the Red Prince. But I don't know, there's a lot there. So I think he's just foreshadowing things. My guess is we will find another Great Alzara later on that has new things, but maybe not. Special key, secret garden key. Let's make a secret garden here. Hey, a metal detector. I have dig spots. One of these as well. An old shoe. We are going to open all 3 doors to the antechamber. We're going to have a fully open antechamber here. And I suspect the crescent moon shape is going to be like our final symbol. Okay, now no matter which way we come from, we can get to the antechamber. Alright, and fruit has now been spread in the house. We've got ways up from here, the weight room, and the foundation. Kind of want the pantry here, I guess, but I also want the keys and gems, so we'll actually make this a dead end. We'll make this a storeroom and just make it a dead end, and I'm okay with that. We've got plenty of ways to go. Well, we've got 2, but you know. I'm not gonna use the prism key here. Courtyard is pretty good here. Yeah, multiple keys, multiple gems. Hey, a broken lever. Well, if I decide to build any contraptions, I guess, because we've already opened up the bottom antechamber. All right, let's go through here. Workshop, mailroom, laboratory. Laboratory goes up, which I do like. But workshop could be really good. Yeah, we'll do a workshop here. Nice, a battery pack. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do any... I can always make the power hammer now, just because... Why not? I don't think it hurts anything. I'm not gonna make the magnifying glass yet, or the yeah, I'm not gonna make the magnifying glass metal detector thing yet. I might need that. Could make the power hammer though. What are the running shoes combined with? That is a weird one to me. Maybe the purse? Yeah, I know those combine. And like the key card? Let's not make anything yet. Alright, we'll go back up through the foundation. I will want to make the burning glass soon, though, because I want to look around for candles I can light. I know there's some in the tomb. That is the main thing I want in the tomb, or main thing I want for it, but boiler room gets me 2 pretty good doors here. So I think we'll do that. Let's actually draft right first. Archives makes me nervous, but it has good doors. I could use gems. Reroll. Gift shop, dark room, chamber of mirrors. Gift shop goes through. Do that, I guess. Laboratory, pantry, locksmith. Well, I guess it's the dark room again. All right. I do have a utility closet, but that's a lot of steps back. There will be fruit spread throughout the house, and I do have a dining room, so if I go up 1 more, dinner will be served. 3 gems. That could be a vault, which is dangerous. Just do this one. Oh, a den actually pretty good there. Okay, let's grab that. Let's go back. Yeah, down through the spare green room into the dining room. You also want to look for fruit, yep, as we go. Because the secret garden spread fruit. Alright, we'll go back to the utility closet then. Come back through here. Turn on the dark room. Now that's open. And we can have dinner. I don't have a trophy room, so it's only 20. But still good. Okay. We want to go back through the foundation. Ugh. And we're going up to... let's go up this way first. Patio. It's a dead end, but I need it. There we go. Dig spot. File cabinet key. Likely opens up a drawer somewhere else on the estate. I need the archives now. I drained the fishes, yes. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, hang on. I need to go back to the patio. I need to go back to the patio. We'll do the master bedroom. I actually haven't gone back here in a while. My allowance has been raised. Bajillion steps. Singular coin. This is just that. Have I ever looked at this closely? That's us when we were young. Train. Obviously mom, dad. Our little red house. Yeah, we've seen that before. Herb. Know about that. I want to see that stamp on there, but it won't let me. I don't think there's anything. The sword is interesting. This sword has a symbol on it that is very much like from the Realms and Runes book. Very much like the spiritual symbol. It doesn't seem exactly like it though, but it's kind of. This one's got 4 rays kind of going off of it. Like the road street rays. I don't know. That's not seeming like it's super correct, but I still have 2 rooms off of the den. And again, I'm not worried about getting to the room 46, really. Like, that's good but not required. Okay. Buried. It's got to be buried beside the bridge, right? Something is buried beside the bridge. All right, we'll go right, try to fill in this corner. Pantry goes up. Walk-in closet gives me items, but that's it. We'll go pantry, I guess. Just to give me the... conservatory is kind of nice. We'll find some gems. We'll find some items in here, probably. Yeah, there's 1 gem. Okay. Okay, so kitchen, office, or gift shop. Gift shop, I actually want to make a little more common, mostly because it is good doors. Office, I think standard is fine. Kitchen, commonplace is fine. But making the gift shop appear slightly more often, I can do the prism key. Let's try that. Aquarium goes through, courtyard goes through, cloister goes through. That won't be that useful at this time though, but courtyard will get me more items. And it goes through. So we'll do that. And this will give me even more gems. Yeah, that was a good choice. I love my upgraded courtyard. It's so good. They're just like, would you like lots of gems and items? How about you try this? Okay, so we've got a fully open antechamber, which is kind of cute. So I think actually the best thing to do is to draft from the antechamber, as weird as that sounds. Because this gives us multiple directions. I could have made this room 8, actually. Pool goes that way, which isn't that useful. Walk-in closet. Boudoir goes to... Yeah, we'll do boudoir, I guess. I'd kind of like... There's a gem in here. Which, that's a nice little just permanent upgrade. This now just always has a free gem in it. I want an office. Just to verify. Casino's kind of cute here. I've got money to run the game of chance again. I could do showroom, try to get myself a moon pendant. Yeah. Start tomorrow with some more items. West Wing Hall, drawing room, servants' quarters. Redraw. Office. Cool. So there's 2 notes in here. None of those are lowercase. I suspect it'll be here. West. Buried beside West Bridge. Okay. I don't have a maid's quarters or a servant's quarters. So we'll spread gold though. Spread gold now. Hi, Nick and Prince. Yes, welcome back. What are you shocked facing? I'm gonna dig around in that a little bit in a minute. Okay, so we have buried beside West Bridge, obviously. I want to do the kitchen here. Bacon and eggs, club sandwich, banana. I am out of money though, but I can always come back and... Okay, I want archives. Just being annoying. We're going to redraw until we get archives, which is only 2 times. But we didn't get archives. So I can do the bedroom just for steps. We'll do the closet. Yeah. Okay, we didn't get the archives. So here's what we do now. We have steps for days. We're gonna walk around. We're gonna grab our gold. Waiting for your game to reload. It's your Jillian the 10th. Oh, they try to day 1. Yeah, that's rough. Okay. So we are going to. That's the dark room. Which I've already looked at all these pictures many times now, using the. Our allowance is 34 again. Just waiting for the RNG to make it happen. Yeah, exactly. Our allowance is 34, so it's an even number again. So that's good. I wonder if I have to do... I mean, we're going to go down. We're going to go open the antechamber. So let's do that first. First room choice of a file is always the same. Interesting. I think my first room choices were... We know my first room I ever drafted was closet. We know that. It wouldn't surprise me if they were like... closet, nook, den, or something like that. Something to give you, or like parlor, right? Something to give you a puzzle, something to give you a key. Bedroom, closet, hallway. Interesting. Interesting. Now I have to go back and watch my first VOD to see if that was exactly my first choice. I definitely know closet was the first thing I picked. Alright, we have 4 of these open now, which is wonderful. So you learned something today. Apparently the men who run Warhammer Game Castle actively hate you. Yay! I mean, I assume they're all hetero men, in which case making them hate you is par for the course, right? But then having all the women love you is also very accurate. Okay, I'm going to also go outside. Oh my goodness. We have some things happening. Hello, Raiders. Dread Red J, hello. Welcome, Raiders. How are you doing? Let me give you a little shout out. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in Keldemo. Welcome in X Marks the Spot. Nadia. Saya. Dread. How are you all doing? Oh my god, we're being invaded. Hope they're all thanks. And thank you all for the follows too. How are you doing? And how was your Blueprints adventure? I'm gonna get out of a potentially spoilery zone. Oh. Love snacks. We love snacks. Yeah, how was your Blueprints? Where are you in the game? We are post credits rolling, just so you know. Snacks were provided. I mean, snacks with 2 C's, yeah. We are post credits rolling. We are trying to find hidden secrets. So if you are not yet to room 46, we're a little past that. So you are too. Okay, good. You are too. I know this game can be like very spoilerful, so I want to be super cautious of that. You're at day 70 plus. Okay, we're on day 59, and it has been a day today. Day 59 has been a day. We got A New Clue book for the first time. Oh my god. Thank you for the hydrate. So my brain is spinning from reading that. X Marks the Spot, very appropriate name for this game that we're playing, because the number of times an X has indeed marked the spot is pretty high. Yeah, so we read A New Clue today. It has so much. I have a full page of notes just on A New Clue. And we just read Buried Beside West Bridge. So I'm gonna see if I can go over there now and try to dig up some stuff. I don't know. Yeah, Chat mentions it all the time. Well, now that you're here, maybe we'll have some luck. I am a little sad because we got today this file cabinet key, but I wasn't able to draft the archives. So that's a little funny because yesterday in game we drained the aquarium for the first time, and so I'm like, okay, now I need to do those in the same thing. I have a moon pendant, so there's a chance I'll save it for tomorrow. I'm also gonna, before we end the day, I'm gonna craft a couple of items to lower my number of potential items that we save for tomorrow. This has money in it. I already threw something in there, so that's okay. Create a Discord channel specific to this game for notes. Yeah, that's relatable. We're gonna try digging over here. It might be on the other side, which would sort of make sense. That you'd have to like draft the garage in order to... Oh wait, West Bridge could be over here, huh? This could be the West Bridge. Buried Beside West Bridge. This could be the West Bridge. I have a shovel, right? I still have my shovel, yeah. Too bad we don't have a hook shot. Oh my god, there's so many tools. Well, Raiders, if you need to de-stream, take care of yourselves, please do so. I'm going to be poking around over here a little bit. I'm sure it'll come up with a little shovel icon if I can, but maybe not. What? Yeah, if you need to de-stream though, please feel free to do that. Aha! What do we get? What do we get? A microchip! I know where that goes. I know where that goes. Yeah. You take screenshots of everything? Yeah, I know. I have, my phone has a lot of pictures, and I'm like flipping back through them. I took pictures of basically the entirety of Realm and Rune. Goes up your butt? I'm sure it does, Nick. Oh, no, hang on. No, insert microchip. Insert microchip. Yay! Okay. Finally. That's something. I still don't know what this means. I'm sure we'll get there. But we have 2 microchips. This entire time. So, we opened this up day 6. We got to Blackbridge Grotto day 6. And I had no idea what to do with any of this. I was like, what is this terminal? I don't have any information about admin passwords. I hadn't found Swan Song yet. We were like completely in the dark. And so that has been sitting there taunting me, doing basically nothing for many, many days at this point. So I'm glad I can finally do something there. Yes, Nick, I do. I understand now that the boiler room power, and I figured this out before I actually went to the dormitory. Explains it fully. The thing in the dormitory explains it. I have 3 of 4 of these, but I figured out that you have to connect the rooms with ducts, and there's certain types of rooms that seem likely to have ducts and certain ones that don't. Seems really early. What day did I open room 46? 35. Day 35. So it was kind of interesting because that was also the first time I got to the antechamber. I had a lot of really crappy runs because I was just drafting new rooms whether or not they were good or not a lot of times. But I had already opened up the tomb and pulled the minecart and done all that stuff. So by the time I got to the antechamber, I was able to open room 46 the same day, which was kind of nice. My next thing I'm going to work on, well, not next, there's a lot of things I'm working on in Tanda, but is boating this across here, because we've also drained the reservoir, and I think we can boat out there. But I don't know. The reason, DJ, you were so gagged back in day 6 is you picked the only duct room passageway off the lab, and then I got the boiler room. Right, exactly. I had no idea about how the ducts work, but I happened to get the passageway off the lab, and then the boiler room was right there. Yeah. So far, I have a list of room connections that I still need to do. I still need to connect the boiler room and the laundry room to see what that does. I still need to... Oh, I've done the pump room and the aquarium. That's done. Yeah, drains for clues. Yeah, I've done that, so that's done. And then I need to try drafting the furnace and the freezer literally right next to each other. Because right now I've drafted them close enough, but now I know it's proximity based, so I think I need to draft them like right next to each other is where I'm currently at. I have a lot of like items to check off. Okay, so we are going to go to the workshop, and we're going to make 2 big contraptions, and they are, we're going to make the... Can I combine the moon pendant with something? That'd be pretty sweet. No? Okay. I'm actually not, I'm not convinced. I think there might be showroom items you could potentially combine with the moon pendant. But we're going to combine the lever, sledgehammer, and battery pack to make my power hammer. Grab that. And then we're going to combine the... I don't think I have the purse, so I can't make the lucky purse. We're going to combine the magnifying glass and the metal detector to make the burning glass. And I don't think I can combine anything else here. Running shoes. Lockpick and key card. I don't think any of those else combine. Okay. I know the rabbit's foot combines with the purse. I know the lockpick can go with the compass or something. I don't remember. It goes with something. I have them written down. Most of them. I've done, I think, 7 contraptions so far. Okay, so let's go to room 46 so I can stare at it a little bit. I don't know. I just kind of want to look at it. We're not going this way. No. I also want to look for any more candles. I don't think generally my experience has been that the candles you can actually light are like the fancy ones, but I do want to be testing it out on the off chance that there's a candle I can light somewhere. But we'll go into room 46, grab my crown. Gimme. Okay. Anything else any other information I can gain from here? These say 1:30 and are stopped, and I know 1:30 is like a special time. This is... Thank you for your vote. Yeah, you can always vote on what game I play next month in the channel points. Tomorrow, I will have a whole new slate of games to choose from in the channel points. This has been confounding me a little bit because there's only 7 spots I can put these, and there's 8 realms, but I think the 8th realm is like a secret or something. And I've only solved 2 of the Sanctum rooms so far. So I suspect there's more information to come on that later. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold, instructions to follow. Ugh, God. I guarantee there is going to be something with this. Now I'm like looking at the italics, like this room has let, but no, I don't know. There might be something. I wonder if some of what's in A New Clue is like relevant to this. That one picture of, you know, Mary, Mary, Gates, Gates, right, right. Draft the 6s. Oh my god. I can't even with that puzzle. Cinca. Okay, I was like, does that say something useful? We found 4 of these. I have to draft the clock tower again. I think I actually don't remember which ones we found exactly. I have it sort of written down. We've definitely found the one that was here because it's just here. We found the clock tower one because it's just up there. We found the one beneath the docks, and then I think the other one we found is the number 7 in the music room. Okay. Okay, where do I think there might be candles? The dining room has normal candles. We've already done the chapel candles, so I'm not worried about that. The study has a candle. It's a normal candle, but there is a candle in the study because I think we're basically done for the day. Hello, extra gem. I think we're basically done for the day. But where am I going? Could go down. I could go down either path, really. Guess we'll go down the spare green room path. We got the... We raised our allowance by 3 today. That's not correct at all. Yeah, through the hallway, through the corridor. This is a convoluted ass thing. We found the microchip. Yeah, through here. And we're set up okay for tomorrow, I think. Money. Not that it matters. Through the study. Okay. Yeah, we spread fruit throughout the house too. Can I light you? No. Only special candles, it said. Why can I not play chess? Yeah, I know this is just like related to the puzzle. We've already done this. I think. Anywhere else, I might be able to light anything on fire. The only thing I can really think of is the tomb. But the chances I'm going to have my burning glass and the tomb is low. I don't have a room, whatchamacallit. I think we're going to call it a day. We did a lot today. A new clue is enough to, like, tickle my mind. If it's burning, I should probably get it checked. Yeah. It was funny. This is the first time we've opened all 4 antechamber doors today. I feel like that should be an achievement. We opened literally all of them. But got the microchip. We got our allowance key raised. We know there's a file cabinet key on the patio. So, and I assume there's a second one on the other room, in the laundry room. So there's 2 things in the archives. I could have drafted the archives today. We saw it. It did come up, but I didn't draft it because I hadn't had the patio yet, and I didn't realize that it was like in order. Get the cabinet key and do that. I assume the key will just be at the patio again if we go next. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to check one thing. I don't think this is anything. That book, oh my god. Also, actually, hang on, let me check one more thing. Yeah. If this is the purple book, he's got 4 books, and it says words. If this is the purple book, then the word 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looked might be a clue. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm interpreting that clue correctly, but a new clue is a literal game changer. Yeah, exactly. The microchip, obviously that was huge, but I also think there's a lot more in there that I'm not aware of yet. I want to try a couple things. My fire is already lit, so I can't do that. I have not been back here in a while. part of me was wondering if I could, like, light these. I don't think so, although, let me... No. We've already done the tunnel. You know what I also want to do? Oh, hang on. What? How did that... Why did that work? I do not understand why that worked. What? Okay. That is interesting. I think I can only make those 2 notches. What? And it looks like the base can't rotate. I want to come back here at 1:30. So I'm going to try to set everything on fire? Exactly. I want to come back at 1:30. 1:30 is like the sacred hour. And I wonder if the shadow cast will tell me where I'm supposed to point this. There's also a line here. But not here. But I suspect it's going to be something where one of them's like here and one of them's like, you know, where this points. The sacred hour, otherwise known as when you wake up to pee. Yeah, exactly. But is it where the notches go? Or is it... No, because this also has the line. And so does this. Hang on. The microchips can go in here too. Oh, Jesus. That's why you can take the microchips. They can go in here also. Yeah, Haggis. I found it. We've talked about this. I've already seen this. I've already seen that. We already know about that. Yeah, we know about all that. I think this is just drafting information. Which I'm never gonna like... It does make me wonder if the... If not only will you find like better items if you dig or more gems if you put a green room on one of these, but also maybe... Yeah, the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. 100% where the nachos go. I just saw that. Also, I wonder if the barren ground, if there's something special about the barren ground. It's like X marks the spot. The barren ground, exactly. See? Okay. That is, it's funny because you said that, and I know you weren't thinking of that as being like a potential spoiler, but actually, if that actually is a thing, you did not know. Exactly. I'm looking at that being like, that actually might be something. If I like put a green room there or like something and dig. I mean, I've got a billiard room there. could I just try digging in the billiard room as if it's a treasure spot? Let's go find out. Because, like, so far, basically every X has marked the spot in this game. What if I just go digging around in the billiard room? Or does it have to be a greenhouse, a patio, something like that? You know what I mean? Yeah, through the... Oh no, I have to go all the way up through the vestibule to get there. But, like, you can dig through the pool and stuff. You know, I've already done that. Where the treasure maps go, sometimes it's like, oh, that's fully stone, but my little shovel can make it, apparently. But the carpet... Yeah, take your tithe. Can I just dig? Can I just dig? No? I'm gonna see about if I can draft like a green room here sometime. Like, maybe it could also just be something little, like you don't get any... These are candles, but I don't think I can light these either. You wouldn't get like flowers to bloom there, but you do get, you know, if you dig, you might get something really good. I don't know. Yes, I did do the candles in the chapel. The Keeper of the Tithes is right here. My main objective is to, and I've also done the candles in the tunnel, or the wall sconces in the tunnel. One thing that's cute is I could actually just... do that. I was gonna call it a day anyway. I could just do that, put as many coins in the pig as I can. That way, if I ever do decide, if there's something that costs, you know, 10,000 coins in the end game, I could break it and have a bunch of coins. All right, call it a day. Let's see what we did today. We confounded ourselves with a new clue. I got the savings account, right? I didn't bully the pig. I gave the pig like 10 coins. Garden Shopping Center. I think Garden Shopping Center might be my most common end result. 44 rooms, 20 items found, rank reach 10, 188 steps. The pig fin-domed the frog. He did. All right, we're gonna take a quick pee break. So I'm gonna take a really quick break. We'll be right back. We'll keep going. I can't end on day 59. Day 69, yes. Couldn't end on day 59 though. So we're gonna take a quick pause, and I will be right back.